So your Venus isn't in Leo.
Hello, Club Culture family. If you are on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if you're on your favorite streaming platform, thank you for tuning in and make sure you leave us a rating. This is episode 57.
Hey.
We have two special guests with us on the couch today.
Two.
Yes. Introduce yourselves. Who are you, my boy?
I am Mario. Used to be a lame in high school, and I guess I'm cool now that I'm out of high school and not broke. So
okay. That was a great intro. What about you?
My name is Chrissy. I'm born and raised in the city. I went to school in Indiana, unfortunately for a little minute, but you know what I'm saying. Back and we better. For sure.
Same.
My name is Jonesy.
And we got Jay in the back. And you know, big sexy T, you know. So this episode, we really brought the lamest people we could find on the streets. I'm just kidding.
Not too much. Not too much.
I was going to say, that's an interesting introduction.
I was about to say, I ain't
he shook his head.
That's a little fucked up.
It's like, that's how we starting off?
No, but I put a post out because I saw something on Facebook about, since high school reunions have been a topic online, people having high school reunions, let's talk about the ones that didn't have a fun time in high school and why going to high school reunions wouldn't be the happiest moment for them to take. You feel me? So
we had me here this whole time for that. I was lame.
Okay, this episode is for y'all. Okay.
We lame. It's not square. What is it? Cube? Y'all was smart or y'all was just lame?
I was just lame.
I was just lame.
I was dumb as hell.
Yeah, same. Yeah. No?
Damn. I was smart as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was in the top 10.
Yeah.
Okay, check you out.
Smart lames.
I mean, I don't know if you would consider me a lame, to be honest, because I stayed.
That's Big Therm you talking to, bro.
No,
she was never lame. She was never lame.
I was Big Therm.
That's Big Therm you talking to.
Not high school. In high school, I was T-Dollar.
Oh my God.
No, but I mean,
I low-key remember motherfuckers calling you that. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, I had a whole theme song.
That was your text signature too,
song?
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
these bitches call me $2 because I make them hot love.
I don't remember that. I ain't gonna vouch for that. I don't remember that shit.
But that was my charm. Like, I do weird shit like that. People thought it was cute. So
Aww.
I don't know if I was lame, but I was lame because I didn't, I was supposed to be cool because I played on the basketball team, star, but I didn't like talking to people, so you friends at home, and then I go home and I don't talk to nobody. I'm to myself, playing video games, practice. That's it.
Introvert.
Yeah. But I think I was being lame because I didn't go experience talking to people and actually being interactive.
That was about choice, people. Or was that?
That was about choice.
Exactly. Okay. Why though? You don't gotta talk to people, bro. That ain't even fun.
No,
fuck these people.
But I did it my senior year, and it was the best year of my life. It was the best year of my life. So
okay.
I wish I would have did that.
Is that when Big Therm
That was the worst mistake of my.
Yeah. Big Therm definitely came my senior year of high school.
That was the worst mistake of my life.
That's cool. We're gonna go through everybody's journey, is unique. So we're gonna talk about it this episode. But before we do that, let's play a game. So on the pod, we play a game called Weird or Null, where we give our guests headlines and they let us know if they think it's weird or null, and they get one sentence to explain why. So since it's two of y'all here, and do y'all know each other? No? Okay, cool. Y'all have to agree on whether it's weird or null and give y'all own explanation on why. But y'all gotta agree whether it's weird or null.
We have to agree.
Y'all both have to agree on that.
Okay.
All right, for sure.
All right, bets. First one. Rennie Rucci says she doesn't like when women brag about having a natural body. In quotations, if you look good, you look good. You don't have to throw that out there. Is that weird or no?
I mean, me personally, I don't think. No, it is weird. It is weird that you.
Mario,
I believe. Because
I mean,
okay, so okay, now why?
A lot of bitches be out here saying, "Oh, I paid for this, I paid for that." Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm homegrown. This is collard greens and cornbread, baked beans, and rice instead fed. Okay? Mm-hmm. I have the right to sit here and boast about this shit too. A lot of motherfuckers don't sit here like that. Pay for shit. That shit don't be looking healthy. You see how Kim K looked?
You get one sentence.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Don't get me going, but no, shit.
Mario, your sentence?
I just like a natural body.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
That's how you play the game. Your turn.
Oh. I was gonna say I'm playing this too. What's going on?
Okay.
Damn.
Slutty Vegan offers Chloe Bailey a lifetime supply of their burgers after her hotel accidentally gave her a red meat burger. Is that weird or not?
Do we get a reason why?
No, you just get a headline.
That's a headline.
Well, she got vegan burgers, you said?
She got a red meat burger instead of a vegan burger. So Slutty Vegan wants to give her a lifetime supply of Slutty Vegan.
Which is a vegan.
No, I get that, but
I was going to say, I didn't think I had to,
Yeah.
She said she was a smart lane.
You gotta know who's. Let them talk.
I'm here with you.
Me, I think it's weird.
Okay.
yeah, that low key is a little weird to me.
Why?
Because and my my little brain up here. If it happened to anybody else, would they do the same for anybody else?
Okay.
Facts. She ain't asked for them bitches. What the fuck?
Exactly. Cause somebody didn't put some red meat in my mouth and they ain't offered me nothing.
Hold on.
You will quickly learn who you
Y'all
sit
ain't
down
watched
with.
the last
about to say,
episode?
hold
at least it ain't uncooked.
Exactly.
At least it ain't uncooked. Can't do that uncooked.
I'm
meat.
on an
Can't put
unpause
uncooked meat in your
campaign
mouth.
right now. So anything that y'all say is sus is not pause. Is no pause for me.
I never understood that game, but go
Okay,
on.
you gonna understand it soon. Nearly 50 DC locals attacked multiple students on Howard University's campus. Is that weird or no?
Weird.
Weird as fuck.
Why?
What are you attacking students for?
Okay.
As Cardi B said, what was the reason?
Okay.
I ain't even seen. I'm gonna have to go read that one.
You gotta do your research.
Hell yeah.
It
Sounds
hit different.
interesting. Attorney representing the
Tui.
Attorney representing the Tui family say they plan to end Michael Orr's conversatorship. Is that weird or not?
Conservatorship.
Wait, what?
It's okay. You was a
Yeah,
lame
man,
and
this is
dumb.
fucking
It's
me
okay.
up, bro. And I can read too. That's what's crazy.
Can
You
y'all
want me to reread it?
No,
Yeah, read
Okay.
that. Yeah, bro. Take that over.
Attorney representing the Tui family says they plan to end Michael Orr's conservatorship.
Oh,
Yeah,
This
okay.
says conservative. Nah,
I know
bro.
what that is.
Hey, we gotta
You know-
put a
you know what
pause
that
on this.
Okay.
Because
Weird or
Britney
not?
Spears was going through that same shit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's weird.
No. It's
Okay.
fucked up how they did my boy.
Okay.
Say that word again.
Nah.
Say that word
Trying to
again.
get me not to
Because
say it
this
right.
has to be a typo. Say that word
That's
one more
how
time.
you spell the word, sir.
But say it though.
So let me help you out.
Right.
Conservatorship.
Say that one more time.
Nah.
That can't be it.
New Florida standards teach students that some black people benefited from slavery because it taught useful skills. Is that weird or no?
That's weird as
Weird.
fuck. Weird as
Why?
fuck.
That's crazy.
That's a lie.
That's skills that was forced upon us.
Exactly.
It was taught though.
We were taught, but it was forced. It wasn't by choice.
That was an obedient
Amen.
skill. You learned how to do that
Amen.
shit out of obedience.
I gotta read further into their standard, but I'm pretty sure they're probably talking about agriculture.
They got beat into learning about
But
it
they
though.
already knew agriculture, and that's why they stole us
okay,
to teach
yeah.
them how to tend to the land.
And that motherfucker still ain't learned shit.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna read that one yet. Rilo Rodriguez says lean is the dumbest thing he has bought so far. Is that weird or no?
Nah.
No, that's not weird.
Why?
In my opinion, it's an unhealthy thing to pick up on.
Yeah, it's a fucking addiction. I got a brother like that.
Okay.
Yo, this one is crazy. Woman came home and found her sister breastfeeding her son. Is that weird or not?
Damn, it's hard to answer that in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird to me. I ain't gonna lie, because she could have just pumped that shit and gave it to him if you know what I'm saying, she can't breastfeed. She didn't have to put her titty in his mouth.
That's interesting.
See, I don't know how breastfeeding works. So, like, can your sister breastfeed your kid?
Is she pregnant?
What color were they?
What color was the
The family.
probably
We just got the headline. we
Yeah,
just, we ain't
okay,
gonna do
yeah.
that. We just got the
Okay.
headline.
Okay, I ain't trying to start nothing, but
Is that really weird though?
I don't know. I would feel like my
Just
sister.
based off the headline. We can pause real quick. Is that really weird? If you found your sister breastfeeding your baby, regardless of whatever reason for why you not breastfeeding right now. Is that weird?
Is it
I'm
healthy?
50-50.
Okay.
Can you do
I'm
that?
50-50. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, if she ain't a chain
Because
smoker, probably.
Because if I'm not lactating and somebody else is, because motherfuckers sell breast milk or just get that
yeah, they
shit
sell
away.
it. Yeah.
They
You know what I'm
do?
saying?
Yeah.
So like,
breast,
some women
breast
can
milk
actually-
has a lot of like good things. Like they can use that shit for like if the baby's breaking out, you can make that shit into lotion. Like babies, it's good for like babies.
It's a dose to
eczema and
use
shit
it
like
too.
that.
Yeah.
so T could have a baby and you could sell her your breast milk
Yeah.
and it's healthy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know if she
Women's bodies are
if she has a terrible diet, she smoked weed and
then
Oh,
hell
yeah,
no.
nah,
like,
that's
hell,
crazy.
good. I don't,
Blacks.
Hell no.
I don't want her milk.
That's
Yeah, you can do
crazy.
that. Trans woman banned from top level female chess events by FIDE, the world's top chess federation. Is that weird or no?
You say this a trans what?
Trans woman.
Man into a woman, right? Yeah.
I'm assuming.
We can't make assumptions
this
here
is-
on genders.
Because the transgender and transsexual is different. So I don't know if this is a transsexual or the transgender.
You said it's a
That
Trans-
just fucked me up. I ain't gonna
Trans
lie.
woman banned from top level female chess events. So I'm assuming they are.
I don't think that's weird because that's unfair because you still, just because you're a trans woman, like you still have like, well, I don't know if they went through the surgery or whatever, but you started off being born as a man.
Chess, bro. It's not a physical
Chess.
game.
Yes, chess.
Oh,
the game.
chess.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
oh, I'm thinking you're talking about chess. Like,
No,
Nah, chess.
no.
Oh,
Chess
like
the game.
checkmate.
I think it's weird because there's no physical advantage to
Okay.
to any of that.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
Okay. All right. Weird. Your turn.
I'm like, they can go fight. They can go box. They can go hoop.
Yeah, I was thinking she
They
heard
can't
me
play
wrong. I'm
chess,
like, wait.
bro. That's crazy.
Your turn.
5 young men lured in by fake job offer, brutally murdered by Mexican drug cartel on camera. Is that weird or not?
Very
Weird
weird.
as fuck.
Why?
What was your purpose? Like, did they do something to you? Like, you didn't.
They could have.
I think it all depends on the job offering that they found on Indeed if it was sketchy or not.
I'm dead.
Okay, Josie, you take this one too.
I got you. Boosie said he couldn't take a picture with fans because he had to shit. Is that weird or not?
No.
No, shit, she was brutally honest. I gotta go shit.
Maybe he had to go do. You know what I'm saying?
I could rock
got
with
it.
it.
Shit,
I'm
you
a
got
grown
the
ass
shit.
woman. If anybody say doo-doo, that is just so funny to me. That is one of the funniest words ever. Doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Yeah. It was this thing that people was saying in Hammond, Dookie Platt or something.
Huh?
What y'all indie animals on?
No, for real.
It was calling girls
You want to
Dookie
know one
Plats.
thing that I heard ever since moving to Indiana? That Gary motherfucker said they call tortillas taco bread. What the fuck is that?
They
It's
do call it
taco bread.
What the
I mean,
fuck
that's
is
not
that?
bad.
It's
That's
taco
not bad.
bread.
No, it's tortilla.
It's taco.
It's tortilla.
Taco bread.
Tortilla.
I
You
can't.
put
I can't
taco
go home and
stuff
say that.
in
I
it
get
and you
beat.
close it.
tortilla.
I get beat.
You gonna
It's
get
a-
beat?
Yeah, I get beat. I end up like them cartel, like them dudes who just filled out for that job application. I end up probably just like them.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
It's the meat in between two pieces of bread. Shit.
But the bread,
Between
but the
two
bread,
pieces of what?
2 pieces of bread. No, it's one bread.
It's
If you
one,
just
right?
put it
It's
on
one
one
bread. It's
slice-
taco
connected.
bun is one.
It's connected.
When that motherfucker break, it's two pieces though. Am I right or am I right?
Don't have
I'm
no
right.
dry bread. That's broke people stuff. You need moisture in your bread, so don't have broke bread. Taco
If you
bread.
can't break bread, you fake.
moisture in your bread.
Taco bread.
Nah, that shit's
Taco bread.
that shit's very peculiar.
Somebody said on Facebook.
Spell it backwards.
You can't
You.
even say because I'm not even gonna try.
That'd be a typo, bro. I ain't going.
Now, somebody
I
said
ain't
on
going.
Facebook that cake is fruity bread. Or
What?
all right, last one. Glorilla says, "I'm cool with not having friends. I only have 5 people in my class anyway. Is that weird or no?
The statement is the statement weird, or
However you want to take it.
I think that's weird. Why you flexing about riding a short bus? I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm being
Chrissy?
transparent here.
Hold on, wait. Run the question back, cause he just threw me off with the short bus.
Glorilla says, I'm cool with not having friends. I only had 5 people in my class anyway.
Get yourself together.
I plead the fifth.
You gotta answer. That is not an option on the game.
That shit is weird because
Okay, why?
I mean,
Y'all fucked up over this one.
That's crazy.
Because she always says something, doing something crazy, man. Every month.
Yeah,
Man.
she is.
Wasn't Glorilla the one talking about eating nut or something?
Yeah.
She
off the
also
food.
said if you the smartest in the room, then that's not a flex.
I kind of agree with that, though.
no, I do agree with that
50-50.
because you don't want to be the smartest one in the room. You can't learn shit from nobody.
I agree with that part, but I also agree that you can't help, sometimes your surroundings.
That's true. No, that's
Sometimes
true
you
too.
just them.
That's
That's
just
true
the
too.
smartest. Somebody has to be the smartest.
Like her being in the classroom with 5 people, she was probably the smartest one
Exactly.
in
So
there.
and she can't get out that classroom until she proved that she's smart enough to go to another one.
Oh yeah, the short bus.
All right, let's stop making fun of people. Speaking of that headline, I actually wanted to talk about us growing up, being in school, and seeing people that were in other classes, special classes, and because you went to Morton. You didn't go to Morton.
No, I went to him.
In Morton, there was a class where we were able to like assist the teachers and help those students and like just be their friends and whatnot.
Oh, they trusted y'all way too
Yeah,
much.
we used to go on like grocery store hunts with them and teach them how to like find groceries and know the
Yeah, they
prices.
didn't trust me that
pretty
much.
cool.
They didn't
Yeah,
trust me
it
that
was
much.
great.
Oh,
It was
that's
great.
insane. Gary would never.
Yeah. So, when you go through stuff like that, I feel like you get to see, the other side of things, make those jokes and whatnot. But let's talk about how
Did you do it?
Do what? I make jokes?
No. Did you go to the grocery store and
Yeah,
do all
I
that
enjoyed
stuff?
that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we would all get on the short bus with them and go to the grocery store.
Can we stop calling it that?
It is- why did they make it shorter? Why did they make it shorter?
Because we don't say short van, long van, short car, long car. It's always short
No, I
bus.
was in a long ass Volkswagen yesterday. It was long as hell. What you trying to say?
Nah, I won't go say
Okay.
that.
Why is the bus shorter? I think that's why they call it the short bus, because it's shorter for a small amount of people.
Maybe the gas economy
See,
thing.
we gotta be able to
No?
pick between is it the
Okay.
denotation or the connotation of something, because a lot of stuff have negative connotations like short bus when it literally is a
It's a
shorter
short
bus.
bus.
It's just we make jokes that we know who is on those buses.
It could just be a bus though. That's all I'm saying.
Did y'all know that the people that's on those buses are they're smart too? They just learn differently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why did we make it a joke to act as if they like completely different than other students when they just learn?
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say
when
that.
I say we, I mean
We accepted them.
society.
The special ed kids was our tribe. We fucked
Yeah,
with them.
I fuck with them too. They still I'm friends with a lot of them on Facebook right now.
Because even outside of school, like when you went to Gary public schools, you went to church with the people you went to school with. You did everything like with everybody in there. So the special ed kids outside of school was our homies outside of school.
Okay.
So we ain't finna fuck with them because they was our real life homies.
Yeah.
Now the transfer ends who moved in, they would fuck with the special ed kids and find out the hard way that they normal as
You're not
hell.
supposed to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
normal as hell when it's time to
I
defend
think for some
themselves.
people it's just easier to make jokes about them because there's a lot of other people who are already thinking what they're trying to pass on through the joke. So I think that's the reason why people do make negative connotations on.
And it takes the distractions off themselves too.
Yeah.
Like, I never
That's where I was
understood.
like,
Like shit, they got so much shit going on. They want to sit here and be able to take that stress and all that other feelings and
somebody
shit,
else.
put it on somebody else.
Yeah.
I never got the thought process. I'm like, oh, you nonverbal. There's no way you could defend yourself. Like,
Yeah.
why would you think that?
Just
Yeah.
because
He can see you about to hit him.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the motherfucking non-verbal don't mean they ain't finna sit here and
And
knock
smack
your
your
ass
ass.
clean
Right.
the fuck
They
out.
can
Shit.
clearly see that you're about to attack them. What
I
you
ain't
think they
gonna lie,
finna do?
Them type of people, like I've worked in that kind of field before, like with people that's like non-verbal and shit like that. Hey, when the motherfuckers mad, the motherfuckers strong as hell.
They strong as hell.
Strong as hell.
I don't know if y'all believe in higher powers, but whatever is out there that created us, I think that those are funny individuals because for you to create people that have learning disabilities, but they strong as fuck.
You gotta give them something. You gotta give them something though.
Yeah, you gotta give them something to be able to defend themselves. You know what world you put them in. Now, what you had said was important because y'all know what IEP is?
IEP?
Yeah. Individualized education plan. So that's what those people are on. The ones that's in those special classes. They're put there because their parents approve for them to be tested to help them learn based exactly on their learning curve. So do you think that you were probably in classrooms when you weren't in those classrooms where some of those niggas probably needed to be in those classrooms?
They tried to put me in there because I used to daydream. And they was like, he got a problem focusing. I'm like, no, I'm bored, bro. Like, this shit is lame as hell.
Yeah.
You put me in this class, I'm going to just start acting out. Now y'all going to think I got behavior problems.
Were any of y'all like scared to talk? Not scared to talk, but scared to read when we would like do popcorn?
Hell no.
Hell no. I used to fuck them
confident?
kids. I used to call on the kids that couldn't read.
Yeah, you bogus because I used to do the same thing.
Once you get to around, like, once you come back after winter break, you kind of already know who can and can't read. Well, I'm finna pick on all the slow kids.
It was always the people who picked on me who couldn't read. So, like, they like push me against my locker. So I'm like, all right, I got your ass. Wait to third period.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and read that essay, my boy.
Right.
Did y'all do sparkle spelling?
What's that?
So like you'll line up in front of the class and like the group would get a word to spell, and whoever got the letter wrong would have to drop out, or whoever was at the end of if y'all spelled it right and who was at the end of the word, that next person had dropped out and the last person stand and win.
How's that fair?
I used to like that.
I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, how's that fair?
I mean, you still got to drop out though. Like somebody got to drop out if you don't get something wrong.
Because what if you first person to get the first word and they say bag? It's a B. Like that's easy.
BAG, sparkle you out. That's how it goes.
But the first person says B. That's the easiest part of the word is figure out the sound of like what it starts with.
Like how you gonna punish me because you smart enough to know what the last letter is?
Okay. Hey.
That's crazy.
That shit's stupid as hell.
I was hoping I had
anything for some candy, man. Damn, we was 11. they said candy was a prize.
I was
we finna
hoping
go
one
fuck
of y'all didn't like reading when you would be popcorn. So I could ask y'all why.
I mean, I didn't volunteer. I never volunteered. It's just when they called me, I'm like, all right, I gotta show that I can read.
I was talking to somebody and they had said how popcorn probably was a terrible method to get people involved or to make sure that they're paying attention, because you would have ones that have like social anxiety or they're not being taught things or they are behind the learning curve, and now you forcing them to read in front of a bunch of other people that are mean as fuck.
Wow, way to make me feel like an asshole.
I don't feel bad.
I mean, I still don't.
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
Yeah, I still don't.
Hey, I didn't ask him to push me against that locker. So
okay, your story different because you're getting bullied, and so your get back is to make these dumb niggas read.
You can fight, but I know you can't read. So go ahead and read that paragraph.
I understand your perspective.
Handle that.
Hey, I should have gave you a mic.
Damn, Drew, you was a bully too?
Yeah, man. I hope this episode is a reflection for a lot of people and the shit we did in high school. But you did some fucked up shit. You made the boy stop wanting to read in class. Not because he couldn't read, it's because how he read.
So y'all stopped him from wanting to learn and participate.
Ain't shit.
Right. Y'all EC niggas different, man. He into character. He into it.
Yeah. That's character, G.
That man could have grew up to be Michael B. Jordan.
No,
you don't need another one of those.
We don't need another one of those.
I don't like this.
He could have been an actor.
Okay.
He reading lines.
The next one I wanted to talk about was, did y'all see a like high drug usage when y'all were in school by kids?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was the drugs we was doing in high school?
I feel like doing anything was high when you were in high school because you shouldn't be doing it.
Why you say it like that?
I used to smoke it.
Okay.
Badass kids.
Okay.
What was it though? Like, what was you smoking?
She said
weed.
Marijuana.
Okay. I didn't hear the first part. I didn't know because
I got 5 on it.
From my experience, they was experimenting like crazy. Like I remember like my it was like my 8th period. Like we about to go home. And it was a bunch of Hispanics. I hate to point out the group, but that's who was doing it.
Yeah.
And they would take, I didn't know what it was at the time, but they would take Xanax and smash it up and snort it. And this was my freshman year.
Okay.
What year is this?
This was 2009.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say that's about that time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like where you're going with this because have y'all seen the Netflix miniseries Painkillers yet? It's pretty
I
new.
haven't.
I feel like I did.
I started it, then I stopped.
Okay.
I be working like a slave.
Okay.
Is it new?
Yeah, it's new.
Okay, then no, I ain't seen it.
Okay. I'm gonna do a quick rundown because I know I take too long.
I did start Heroes.
Okay, cool.
I did. That shit hard.
That's called The Boys.
The Boys.
You said Heroes. It's called The Boys.
Damn,
You
man.
searched the wrong show.
I watched the whole shit, bro.
Okay.
It is called The Boys because I didn't watch it because I had to pay for it. That is the damn.
So
Man.
All
did you
right.
watch it or no?
No,
No.
he didn't. I don't know what the Heroes is though.
That shit hard though.
Oh, you got another one to watch.
I'm not watching
He's
that.
so
I'm
hurt.
not paying
He's so
for it. I'm
disappointed.
so upset. I'm disappointed in myself.
Painkillers is about the opioid crisis that happened and the company that was basically behind it.
Goddamn, creating crackheads.
They created Oxy.
Crackheads. Oh, yeah, Oxycontin. Okay.
Yeah. So what they was doing is taking those drugs and they started taking them and crushing them up and storing them because they had it was very high. It was very potent and other shit other than just being used for pain. But they were prescribing it for pain, but getting doctors to prescribe higher dosages of it. So they became reliant on it. And then some people started selling in the streets because niggas started now treating it as a recreational drug instead of a medical drug.
You got black market doctors writing scripts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know that a lot of drugs happen in high school in particular. But I never saw it for myself. So I wanted to hear if y'all had crazy stories of drugs and shit.
Oh yeah.
The most I seen was, the vodka and the water bottles and shit. And then we
In school?
Yeah. And then the Zans, but not snorting them bitches, popping them motherfuckers. That was
How you act off of Zan?
It's like they like a zombie. I've been around people who take Zans, not by choice. Like sometimes I had to give them a ride home because I didn't want them to be stranded. They'd just be in the backseat. You know what I'm saying? Like just poke.
Yeah, they be crashing their cars and shit.
Yeah, all zombified. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it.
It's a downer.
One of my cousins, God rest her soul, that's my bitch. But she and some of her friends and shit that I grew up with, they would pop them motherfuckers, be literally on the couch, laid the fuck out, sleep.
And sometimes they functional too. Sometimes it's like having a functional zombie.
Okay.
That's when they're dangerous.
The functional
The
ones?
functional, yeah, bro. If you could take Zans and still go, bro, yeah, bro.
I believe you. I know
Stay
a bunch
away
of
from
functional
them.
alcoholics. Them niggas are terrible people.
What about functional weed smokers?
I know a bunch of those too.
We out
I'm not
here.
gonna say they terrible.
He
but
said
I was
we
one
out
of them.
here.
I was one of them. I
terrible,
swear to
though.
God.
Weed is the only drug I will not, get. I hate that it had another negative connotation. It's probably the best drug you could use and try to be functional off of than all the other shit people do.
We're not even supposed to smoke it for real. It's supposed to be used as a medicinal thing. You're supposed to put it in your tea and drink it.
You know how tea was discovered? I mean, weed was discovered.
Let me see if you know.
That's what.
Let me test. What's up?
So
What's up?
It's said that Native Americans, they were burning parts of wherever they were at living, and it was weed leaves, and they would feel very relaxed and calm. It was just a couple of them that found it and was burning, and they was feeling real relaxed and calm. And so they then told they whole tribes and stuff about it, and they would all just then burn it more, and then they started rolling it up and whatnot as papers and stuff was created. And so it started with Native Americans.
Oh yeah, I ain't heard that one.
That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to go look at that one.
Yeah.
But I heard it started in Asia, and the Asians used to put it in tea.
Okay.
I don't know who smoked it. I heard Mexicans was the first people to smoke it, but I don't get all. Yeah, I don't care. It's here now.
That was the first.
Right.
Yeah, whoever decided to smoke it, thank you.
Okay, yes,
Thank you.
Oh, bro.
Okay, now let's talk about y'all individual journeys growing up in the American education system.
All my life I had to fight.
Yeah.
Face ass.
We're gonna talk with you. We're gonna start with you, Chrissy. You say you was a lame in high school, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think you were a lame? We're gonna start with accountability first before we start pointing blames on others. Because season 3 is about accountability.
Yeah, what was your extracurriculars and stuff? Why did you think you was lame?
I didn't really have a solid group of friends to kick it with. I knew a lot of people and a lot of people knew me. based off of, you know what I'm saying, me being smart and shit, but ain't nobody bullying me. Like, I wasn't taking none of that bullshit. Like, we could shoot the one if you wanted to sit here and go about it like that.
On
but
phone them grade.
like, you know what I'm saying, how everybody had a group of friends. Like, I didn't have like nobody that, you know what I'm saying, like I kicked it with on a day-to-day type basis. Like, you know what I'm saying, I'll see motherfuckers in passing be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, and just keep it pushing. Like, I wasn't the one that was always in a motherfucking crowd and shit like that. I really didn't care for that. I had social anxiety. I still have it now, but it's not as bad. But it was just like, I was so focused on like school, how I was brought up and shit. Like education is important.
Yeah.
And shit. Like my shit was so, my grandma, she used to have me write my multiplications 5 times, like 0 times 0 is 0, 5 times, all the way down to 12 times 12. Like, I was so focused on school, like I wasn't really into all the other bullshit that was really going on. But like, I ain't never really had like no problems with nobody. But like I say, I was cool, new motherfuckers, and they knew me. But like, I wasn't being invited to shit or none of that stuff. Like, I really didn't even care to be invited because I was always told, like, if a motherfucker invites you, don't invite yourself. Don't ask if they invite you last minute. Don't go. Period.
Shout out Granny now. Shout out Granny Fo now.
Bro.
Okay, so
that's my bitch.
Now I'm gonna come to you. Okay. Why do you think you were lame?
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it short as possible. Okay. I did a lot of dumb shit in middle school.
Okay.
Like a lot of dumb clout chasing shit.
Like what's one thing?
Like I used to do like wrestling moves on my friends.
You used to do what?
Like wrestling moves on my friends.
That's dumb now?
We talking about 2007.
Y'all stop doing that
in middle school. Yeah, like I'm like.
I was gonna say that's when we did.
How old you is?
We was jumping off the fences on each other and everything.
You might as well say 30, but continue.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Hey, they say 5 and up, you round up.
I am getting there.
Well, I'm 25. We ain't there yet.
But yeah, I used to do a lot of dumb shit in middle school, and I went to Eggers. So you know, 80% of the kids who went to Eggers transferred over to Hammond High School. And so all that shit just carried over, and I thought it was a fresh start. And they was like, this nigga used to do swanton bombs off the bleachers. Like, and then that's when everybody was like, you used to do swanton bombs off the bleachers. And I'm like, I was never alive. So I'm like, yeah, I used to do that shit. And then I was just a lame from there on. But I think what really made me a lame was the fact that I never got out and socialized with nobody. And I don't want to put it as blame towards my mother or her ex-husband, but they never let me get out the house. Okay. And for me, it was just like, man, y'all keeping me on punishment. Like, by the time I get out, I'm gonna be like Norbert or somebody. Like, I'm not gonna know nobody. Yeah. But what they were really doing was, from my mom's standpoint, what she was really doing is like keeping me out the streets, because she know how like easily you can be influenced into, you know, getting into gang culture and shit like that. So at the same time, I do appreciate her for that. Like now I appreciate her. But like when I was in high school, I was like, I can't go nowhere. I ain't gonna never have no girlfriend, none of that shit. So
were you allowed to have a girlfriend?
I was, but I never got one. I didn't get my first girlfriend until like after high school.
Ain't no wrong with that.
Can I add something to that?
I swear,
like that whole strict shit, my people's was like that too. And I hate that because it's like, they, you know what I'm saying, didn't tell me why. Like, strict parents create sneaky kids. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be wanting to sit here and sneak out and do all kind of shit. And you know what I'm saying? Parents, like, it was like the whole because I said so. And you know what I'm saying? Not giving an explanation because, oh, I'm the parent, you're the child. I don't have to sit here and tell you why. And I hate that shit because it's like, that's not fair. Like, just because you was brought up like that don't mean you gotta sit here and do your kids like that. That's just,
or at least explain it to me so I could try to understand why.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a kid. I don't know no better. You know better. So you know what I'm saying? Sit here and help me understand. Like, I mean, looking back now, like I get it, but at the same time, at that point in time, I didn't get it. Why you was trying to sit here? I felt like you was trying to sit here and like not let me have fun, be evil and spiteful and shit. Like all kind of bullshit.
I agree with that. But my mom, she struck enough fear in me to like me. I never questioned her. If she said no, that was it. Like I never asked because I know she'd smack me into the next week.
So are you one of the ones when we talk about gentle parenting today that you're like, I turned out fine. Like I didn't need an explanation. Hold
on, before we move on, I have to ask this. So you used to flip on the gym floor, hardwood floor?
No. This was outside, like early in the morning, you waiting to go inside.
Outside bleachers.
Yeah,
okay, I'm thinking you flipping in the gym, bro.
No,
I definitely think you was weird doing that shit.
Hell no.
All right, now it's making sense.
Okay. Because you were different and you actually feared your parent. Mm-hmm. Do you have a different perspective now that you have kids of your own? Do you give them explanations or?
Yeah, absolutely. Even if because all my kids are young, even if they're not old enough to understand it right now, if I keep preaching that to them, eventually it'll just install in their brain. Mm-hmm. That's just my theory. I don't know if it's working or not. It's been working. Yeah. But I don't believe in resolving things with spankings. Okay. Because I think it all depends on the child as well too. Okay. Like my kids, if I explain something to them, they learn a lot better. And then they like my youngest daughter, my second youngest daughter, she'll go back to my oldest daughter and be like, Mario said don't do this because of this.
They call you Mario?
They call you Mario?
Yeah, because they my stepkids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they my stepkids, so.
Okay. I like that you had said you don't know if it's working, but you think that's the way right now.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have a lot to say about what to do or how to parent or guide kids, and we don't know what the fuck how these kids gonna turn out until they turn out. So you don't really know if your method works just yet.
Right.
So I like that you said that. Now I wanted Chrissy to talk about point fingers at the people that gave you or made you think that you were lame, or if you didn't think you were lame, just point blame at society or whoever you think is the reason why you were an outcast.
Really? Myself. That's the only person I can blame. Okay. Like, I could have gotten out there, but at the same time, I really didn't care because I felt like I was one of those people that had been here before. Because, you know what I'm saying? I got an old ass soul. Like, I was raised by my 70-year-old great-grandmother who was down from Birmingham, Alabama and shit. So, you know what I'm saying?
That's why you like alligator, ain't it?
Hell yeah, I love alligator. I love frog legs. I love all that shit. Not all road
Pig's feet.
Pig.
You ain't that southern. You ain't that southern.
Nah, I stopped eating swine. Like, I used to fuck that shit up when I was little, but I stopped eating swine.
Okay. Did you grow up with plastic on the sofa?
Yeah, we did have a plastic on the sofa. We had the little rug with the little, if you switch those little spikes and shit. We had those too.
Fuck your ass up.
Yeah, that's like playing Russian roulette at the dark. But yeah, like I can't really point the blame at nobody because I say everybody was cool. Ain't nobody sitting here trying to bully and shit with me because we could shoot the one. You feel me? Like, I just didn't really care to know a lot of people. Like I say, I had a few friends that I kicked it with, but I wasn't one of those like, let's go to parties or let's go da-da-da-da. Like I wasn't really like that. But mainly because I could say I could blame my parents, but at the same time now I really can't because you know what I'm saying, ain't no telling what the fuck could happen. So I thank them, but they could have explained the shit differently than how they did. So
where do you get the mentality that you can fight? Because you kept saying, you
either know if you can or can't.
Right. Where did you get how did you know that you knew how to fight? Did you get in a lot of fights for you to know that you can?
Not in school, nah, but shit. Me and my motherfucking cousins, we would fight like cats and dogs and shit. And then like when I was little and shit, like in elementary school, like I had a couple of fights in there that I can't really remember, but like my family would tell me, like, you know what I'm saying, I fuck these motherfuckers up. Like I grew up around
all your cousins, don't you?
No.
Like your whole no. Normally people who grow up with their older people know like
they know everybody.
They know everybody. Oh, okay.
No, I didn't know all my cousins shit. I'm still finding out I got some motherfucking cousins. But like me and my cousins, we would sit here and fight and shit. Well, like they would sit here and teach me how to fight. Like I got 3 blood uncles, 1 married uncle. That was like one uncle that was married into the family, and then like your daddy and like your uncles and shit, like they got friends and shit that they don't fucking grew up with, like they got kids and shit. So you call them your cousins and shit too. Like I grew up around like a lot of men, not a lot of women and shit. So like they'll teach me how to fight and do all this shit. Like I was a little tomboy when I was younger.
Okay.
Now
it was always that one.
We will come back to that tomboy word because that one has negative connotations. Jonesy.
It was always that one. That
not
one
too much.
Tomboy.
Not too much. I don't think Tomboy has a negative.
Yeah, we ain't never.
What?
That's probably some new shit.
I got a story to tell.
I think when it comes to dating,
yeah.
I think when it comes
probably when it comes to dating, yeah, but I didn't look at it as a negative thing because I mean, shit, some motherfuckers grew up around men and shit, and like I was like a real sports head back in the day.
But was you the type? You know how they make beams now? Like this was the studs before they be studs, where they wore the plaid shorts and
the big ass white
Apostle t-shirts. Yeah. Can you relate to that? Did you look like that?
Kids just used to dress like kids.
You said what?
Kids just used to dress like kids. Yeah. So it's like you don't really look like a boy or a girl. You just look like a kid.
But that press, that straight down hair on picture day and shit that they be putting.
Are they gonna bump your edges? You end up looking like James Brown.
Like a boy a little bit. Like my stepmama, she used to try and have me dress like a girly girl and shit, and I fucking hated that shit. Like I really hated it. But it was like as I grew up, okay, and I started to like boys and shit. I was like, all right, I guess I could see why she wanted me to sit here and start dressing like a girl. But like, I ain't want to sit here and be uncomfortable, like shorts and t-shirts and gym shoes and shit. That was my kit, you feel me? Like I go outside and do whatever the fuck I wanted to do and shit, and I have to worry about motherfuckers seeing my panties or an ass cheek or something.
Okay. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I wasn't a lame in high school. I was probably considered a lame in elementary school. We all grew up in the same apartment complex, and we all went to the same elementary school. My sister, she was older and she had older friends, but they all was a little clique. They all was into boys. I was never into none of that. I was just about books and basketball.
That sounded like hell, bro.
I hung out with nothing but the boys, right? We played, we go hoop, whatever. They would bully me because they want the boys that I'm spending much time with. And so they would call me Tomboy, or her best friend would call me a man every chance that she got.
That's fucked up.
Man, Tomboy, it was the same for me. And so Tomboy has a negative connotation personally for me because I never got it as if it was like a positive thing to say about somebody.
That's crazy. We used to think it was cool when girls hoop because that wasn't common when we
as in
was
boys
growing
or
up.
girls?
Just everybody. Like if you hoop, you hoop. We didn't care about that shit.
I felt like it was like a neutral. I didn't feel like it had negative or positive. I felt like it was just shit.
Yeah, we probably would have thought your sisters was weird for making fun of you for doing that.
Yeah, type shit. It was me against them.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Your friends.
You mean like
fucked
as far
up.
as like the whole tomboy, like for me, when I was younger, it was more like, all right, if you label a girl a tomboy, they able to beat your ass. That's literally like
the girl will beat your ass.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's literally how we took it. So like as far as dating, I'm like no, because she can beat my ass. I don't want to be with nobody who can beat my ass.
Because then you would see her as if one of y'all.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
yeah,
one of the guys.
The guy.
Exactly. Call me bro them from now on. Like,
I mean, if you like I said, if you take the dating out of it, it's like tomboy. All right, we cool, because I got like a lot of tomboy friends now.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to say like that, but
yeah,
I get what you know what I'm saying. Yeah. I got like a lot of tomboy friends now, and like we cool as fuck.
Okay,
and they like niggas. No, okay.
No.
That doesn't mean you're gay because you call me a tomboy.
You know what? That doesn't mean you're a tomboy neither because that's ignorant. That's my bad.
It's
so all the tomboys that they like to bump pocketbooks is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we ain't saying just because we call you a tomboy, you're going to be gay. Because that was the thing in basketball for me. They would have meetings at our AAU practices and say, the status quo is to be gay and play basketball. Don't be gay. Y'all not going to be gay.
So would a tomboy be that B word?
Hey,
we ain't gonna nope. We ain't doing that. Would that be a B word?
I mean, no. I feel like that is for older lesbians.
Oh,
you talking about bull dagger?
I thought you was
talking about bull dagger or butch? What are you talking about?
I thought you were saying
I
butch.
say butch.
Okay,
I ain't
butch
saying
is
the
for
other
white.
one.
What is bull dagger? That's
bull
a first
dagger is
for
for
me.
older lesbians, like older, like old as hell lesbians.
So you didn't know what that was either?
I've never heard of the term.
That's
bull
what
dagger.
older people would call gay people, basically bull daggers.
No, we studs and dykes. That's it.
I mean, yeah. In a black community.
So you're saying you call old gay people bull daggers?
I mean, now we do, but older people used to call
it the term. It's like sissy that turned into maggot.
Okay, yeah.
If an old black man call you a sissy, he calling you a maggot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You learned something new today?
Interesting.
I definitely did.
Okay, cool.
Me too.
All right.
Definitely.
Now it's your turn, Mario. If you had to place blame on anybody but yourself for why you were an outcast.
I'm waiting for this moment.
Better pull out a
Rub
list.
like her, man.
Talk your shit.
Okay, for one,
You got a list.
I do got a list.
Okay.
I had a 7th grade math teacher who used to talk shit about me.
To your face?
No, to the students behind my back, and then the students used to come in and tell me what he said.
What's his name?
His name is Mark Bohr.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark.
Fuck you, Mark.
Fuck you,
Yeah,
Mark.
fuck you, Mark.
And
Okay.
fuck Bobby.
He used to tell like
I don't know who Bobby is.
I had this obsession in middle school, and it was just like, man, I got to get me a girlfriend because that was a cool thing.
Yeah.
And so I would ask a girl out, and then like the whole school would find out.
Uh-huh.
And then he was like one of them teachers that was real cool with the students, so he'll find out the gossip.
Yeah.
And then he'd like whenever that girl had his class, he'd be like, you really don't want to be with him because he gonna grow up and like why does
Why
it
is you
matter to
cock
bro?
blocking?
Cock blocking.
Right.
Like
How
damn.
bored did you have to? How bored does your life has to be as an adult to be that invested in the kids' drama?
Hey,
Yes.
I got a story for that,
Okay,
bro.
we
I
will
got a
come back
story
Oh
to
for
yeah,
that.
you do work
But-
with yeah.
But I just thought it was crazy because he had a list like, oh, he don't never have his haircut. I mean, he always wearing Reeboks. It's like
Hey, he was on your ass.
yeah, he was really on my ass, bro. Like, and then the last thing that bothered me, and like it still resonates, you know, in my head to this day, was he gonna grow up and he ain't gonna never be nothing. I'm like, dude, I'm in 7th grade and you saying this.
You ain't think to defend yourself?
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about
Oh,
it.
okay. You did
You know
say
what
it's
I'm saying?
behind your back. That's
Yeah.
right.
And then like when I had him again in 8th grade, and then that's when me and him started getting into it because I'm like, fuck this dude. Like, you saying all this shit about me. Like, I'm coming to class on time every day.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing my work, and you still giving me F's and shit because you don't like me personally. That's a you problem.
This is why I always say, like, when we see them videos of teachers and kids fighting, I don't always take the teacher side because it be them few times
know
where
what
teachers
them
be
teachers
starting.
be on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
Them teachers be weird as hell.
Because had you
So-
fouled on your teacher, I wouldn't have been mad.
So it's him. Then there was the girls who didn't give me a chance, all because of, you know, they was persuaded not to give me a chance.
Okay.
Okay,
And-
we really can't say fuck them though.
No.
No,
And, I
you
mean,
can't
and
say
I understand preference, but
Still fuck Mark though.
But yeah, no, for real, still fuck Mark.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Mark.
A lot of these girls would give me the impression like, you know, like I really like you,
Yeah.
and then they get influenced not to like me.
Okay.
You know, the next day.
Okay.
So I'm definitely placing blame on them, and then I'm placing blame on pretty much not all, but most of the cool kids who pretty much put it out there that I wasn't a cool kid,
Okay.
that I was lame,
Okay.
Yeah, for
You know
doing
what
flips.
and it's yeah, for doing swanton.
It's
bombs off
crazy
the
because we
cleats.
used to do flips.
Wrestling was
for,
so
like,
cool to-
Yeah.
It was back in like 2007, 2008. If you
Yeah.
was still watching wrestling, you was a lame.
I get that.
I was in high school and kids were still watching wrestling.
I guess I'm still lame because I
It's
still
making
watch that
sense.
shit.
See, I don't watch it,
I
but,
still watch
but wrestling was always cool to me. I watched that shit. I played the video games.
Like I don't watch like none of the new shit. I watch
Yeah.
like all the shit from like the 80s and shit, like
Okay.
on my pastime and shit like that.
Okay, now it's getting a little weird, bro. I
Nah,
ain't
when
gonna
you
hold
get
you.
older,
I
you
ain't gonna
start
hold
watching
you.
that shit.
You
I ain't
start
gonna
watching
lie to you.
older shit.
You
Yeah,
watch
you like older
reruns.
shit.
We used
From
to
the
go-
80s though?
Yeah, because that's what to me that's when wrestling was best, and I wasn't alive to witness that. I'm a 90s kid.
See,
so-
like I go back and watch like WWF, like DX and Stone Cold and
Okay,
shit,
like-
but
like-
I ain't going back to the 80s.
you talking about Attitude Era? That's
Yeah,
what-
I go back to
know,
there.
I still watch that shit too.
Yeah, I ain't going back to the 80s.
Nah,
You
I
watching
know.
Andre the Giant
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Old
Bret
farts.
Hart.
Bam
Bam,
Bam Bigelow.
wrestling.
Niggas slapping their chest and shit.
Yeah.
Nah,
Okay.
bro.
Woo! You know,
Where's
all
the
that
flips?
shit.
The third you said was all the people that was trying to say you was lame.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
your last on your list?
Oh, I got one more.
Okay, who
And
that last
it's,
one?
It's my mom's ex-husband.
Okay.
'Cause
It sounded like you ain't like that nigga when
No,
you said
I really, I've grown to forgive him, but
Okay.
I won't forget none of the shit that he used to say to me.
Yeah,
You
fuck
know,
that nigga.
I used to, and he looked just like Suge Knight. Swear to God, if I put up a
Ooh.
picture, he looked just like Suge Knight.
I
I swear to
almost
God,
dropped this
hey,
mic.
Sugar
I almost
bear.
dropped
he
this
big.
mic.
He's 6'5", 6'5", like close to 300 pounds.
Man,
Yeah,
I
go on and
flex
get
his
that shit off
little.
real quick, 'cause I
So,
feel for you.
Bro,
So,
I
like,
flex his little
it
ass.
was nothing. It was nothing I can do. You know, my mom was in love with this dude.
Yeah.
You know, and he was paying all the bills at this time. So
Yeah.
it like, you know, and I didn't have no friends outside to where like I can just run away and like go live with them or nothing like that. So
Yeah.
I would, you know, take all the bullshit from middle school and high school, come back home and expect to get like some kind of like validation from him. Like, no, you're not no lame. Like, you just don't get out enough. Or no, he was like, no, nigga, you lame as fuck. Like,
Okay.
You ain't let me out the house, motherfucker. Like, what you mean I'm lame as fuck?
I would have spit in his food every chance I got.
I did.
Man, let's go pull up on him, bro.
I did.
I swear. Give me that.
So if you watching
This is
this,
insane.
if you watching this, I'm not gonna say no names, but if you watching this, every time you send me to go get some ice water, I used to spit Hawkers in it. Promise you.
I'm dead, bro.
Promise
That's
you.
tough.
That's
I
fucks with that.
Promise you.
Yeah, that's funny.
And a villain was born.
That's his villain
That's
origin
your villain origin
story.
story,
I'm-
man. You gotta watch what you do to kids, man. They gonna grow up and have fucking trauma, and they gotta work through it and not realize it's all because of their childhood. Stop fucking with kids, man.
Can we spin back on teachers getting in kids drama though?
Yeah, we could do that.
Like, yeah, what's your experience with adults getting in kids drama? Like, why do they? What's the
okay.
T?
What's the tea?
Well, I'm gonna just tell y'all my story. So, like I say, I work with kids and shit, and so it was this girl that just she just left from there, got fired, whatever the fuck.
An
Fuck her
employee.
ass. Yeah.
Okay.
She was an now ex-employee or whatever. So when I first started working there, she works on the girls unit, or whatever. I came in because I was training on the overnights. So she came over there like on some tough Tony shit, trying to sit here with her chest out loud, talking about some Shadow gotta go over there because we ready to go, and I'm not finna work no triple shift. And Shadow is me, basically. I was on observation. I can't sit here and really do nothing but watch and observe. Like, I can't do no holds if a kid act out or whatever.
Okay.
So she came over there. I guess she was directing that towards me. I looked at her and I kept on doing what I was doing because you're not talking to me.
Right.
Like, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but it ain't me, baby. You talking to the wall.
On folding them graves.
Okay. So then it was like a whole bunch of other little shit. Like, she told the kids or whatever that I tried to sit here and get her fired and blase. But that was never the case. I just told motherfuckers what was going on because motherfuckers be malicious as hell, like trying to sit here and start shit at work. Like, you putting kids into quote unquote staff drama, like for fucking what? Like, the girls and shit, like, they really don't like me because of this one staff done sat here and lied. She lied to sit here and say I tried to get her fired because she's been malicious, but not just to me, but to like other people that I've worked with as well.
Is she venting to kids saying this?
Yes.
What?
Gee,
Okay.
like, you ain't got no motherfucking life.
This is so.
And then just recently, one of my coworkers that I work with, because I work on the boys unit, one of my coworkers just had a birthday in July or whatever. So I went up there to like the little bowling alley Plaza Lanes that's on I think Kennedy.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is. Yeah. So I had one up there and shit just to see the coworker that was that I was working with and shit, just tell her happy birthday, the girl that was in here line said I tried to get her fired. She was there, but mind you, I ain't paying her no mind. It's a couple of other coworkers that I was cool with that I was up there talking to and shit. And so then to come to find out, just yesterday, one of the coworkers that I'm cool with, she was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna say this bitch name, Zaria. That's her motherfucking name.
Okay.
Goddamn, Zaria.
So her name, motherfucking Zaria, whatever. She sit here telling the girls that I up pipe on her at the bowling alley.
You put a
Damn.
I up pipe.
out.
Gee, what?
Okay, wait.
Like, is you cool?
At a bowling alley,
She
though.
pulled
It's
that
crazy.
dick out.
Shut up,
No.
Josie.
No, nigga.
That's what they say.
No.
Shut up, Josie.
You got the
Just to give the listeners
Context
some
clues.
context.
She pulled the dick out.
You work at a delinquent center, or what would you call, not where you work, but what is it that you do?
I work with children that have mental issues like anger, all that kind of shit.
Okay. Behavioral issues.
Yeah, you could say that too.
Okay, cool. That's where she worked, and you're now speaking about a coworker that involved or
Zaria.
got your all's, like, what do you call the ones that live in the homes that you work at? What do you call them?
We just call them the kids.
Okay.
The kids.
So
the kids in
the
the home.
coworker got the kids into y'all business is what you're telling the story about. Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
So I just found out from one of my coworkers yesterday that she's going around saying that I upped a gun on her at a bowling alley. Like, for one, make it make sense. Like, we up in a motherfucking bowling alley where it's people. I do got my shit, but I wouldn't bring my shit up in there where it's like kids and all kind of shit. Like, for one, like, that's weird as hell for you to sit here and allow me just because you don't like me because I checked your ass. Because I told her ass, I'm like, you not no team lead, you not no manager, you not gonna sit here and tell me where to go
Yeah.
and what the fuck to do just because you ready to go, bitch. Like, this ain't that.
Okay.
Like we could sit here and go off campus and we can really do this shit.
So what came from all of this? What was the consequences or the outcome?
For her or for me?
Anybody.
I ain't had no consequences. Shit, because I already had told motherfuckers what was going on before she started going around the line and shit. Because she also sat here and said that, told the managers and shit and some of my coworkers that I didn't like her since ISU days. And I'm like, I never even associated with this bitch at ISU. Like,
I didn't even know you went there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know I went there. Like I said, I was antisocial. I didn't really go out that much.
Okay.
So we was in the same friend group at different times. Like I had left out to go handle my business. I was crossing into my sorority. I'm a Zeta or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm texting my friends. I'm like, I text 3 friends that, you know what I'm saying, we both know. I'm like, Vaughn, Niche Mo, like, have I ever sat here and spoke on Zaria? Have I ever sat here and had an issue with her? Da-da-da-da. They talking about some, no, you never even spoke on the girl. You never kicked it with the girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was in the friend groups at 2 different times. So, you know what I'm saying? That's proof right there. And like, I ain't sit here, I'm just trying to make sure like I ain't crazy because, you know what I'm saying? That shit, I got short-term memory loss, you know what I'm saying? A little bit long-term too. So,
okay,
I'm just trying to make sure I wasn't motherfucking crazy.
So you don't know nothing.
I don't remember shit. I didn't forget shit. Hey, will you smoke as much weed as I did back in college? Because, I would go through like a zip every 2 or 3 days and have to go and get some more.
No, that's crazy.
That's crazy. But mind you, look, I was working 2 full-time jobs. I was in school full-time taking 18 credit hours.
That's what I'm saying. What you doing? Eating the weed? You just going in the
like some motherfucking cereal. No, like I wasn't even really stressing because, for one, I hate typing. So I was paying somebody to type my shit.
Okay.
So I really didn't care. But my other classes was cool. But it was just like when I was online, I couldn't do shit. So I was literally like, I was either practicing with my line sisters or I was in the crib or at work smoking. Like I wasn't really doing too much of shit. So I had like a lot of free time. And I mean, I was still going into the gym at the same time, but it was like, shit.
Okay.
Fuck it. When in doubt, roll up. Fuck it.
So before we get past this topic, I want y'all to help me understand or try to understand the psyche behind adults intermingling with children, their personal lives, because that's what the topic is right now.
Right.
Let's try to understand. Why do you think an adult can be that comfortable to talk about adults things in front of children?
Because they ain't got nobody else to talk about it with. They be bored as hell. Like they ain't got no fucking life.
Okay.
They have no adult lives.
Yes.
They lives are they jobs and shit. And
kids
if your
can't
job
hold
is
water
kids,
for shit.
boom.
And they're gonna entertain it. Them kids gonna entertain it.
Yeah.
You know a kid will. Yeah. It ain't nothing the kid love more than being in adult's business.
Yeah.
And for my situation, like since the girls were so hostile towards me, I don't really like dealing with girls anyway, because I did healthcare field and I dealt with girls most of the time. So I wanted to see how the boys was. So the girls were so hostile and aggressive towards me and shit, like I just don't go over there at all, because it's like, say if these kids trying to sit here and like jump me or whatever, like I can't put belt to ass, foot in the asses on these kids unless I want to sit here and get a case out against me. Like I don't want, you know what I'm saying, DCS and all that shit. Then that shit go on my background. I can't sit here and like go to my kids' games or coaches and shit like that. So gotta think smart.
Wait. So if a kid attack you, you can't like.
We can put them in like a restraint or whatever or a hold, but it was like the girls over there so motherfucking messy. Like none of the staff girls really fuck with me except for maybe like 2 or 3. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? They'll probably just 9 times out of 10 let the shit happen. For example, some shit just happened the other day with another new staff. So 2 of the girls on the unit was with one of the new people, and the girls is all being like aggressive surrounding her. One of the girls tried to snatch the new staff wig off. And so, you know what I'm saying? She didn't hit her, but she like, you know what I'm saying? She reflected, you know what I'm saying? A reflex or whatever, but like she didn't hit her. So they sat here and put out an IR saying that the new staff done hit one of the kids, but they ran the cameras back. She didn't hit that motherfucking girl.
Yeah.
And me, I seen a video, even though I wasn't supposed to, but you know what I'm saying? When you got it like that, you got it like that.
Okay.
When the men just fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? They fuck with you.
Okay.
Chrissy.
Big dog, not the little one.
Not
you feel
the little
me?
one.
Okay. So we all watched it. They was like, she did not hit her. You know what I'm saying? It was just a reflex. Like, if somebody coming at you, you gonna redirect their hand. That's all that she did.
Yeah.
So like they sat here and lied, said she hit the girl, whatever, but she didn't. Like both of the staff tried to sit here and lie. And this was the girl that we said this off camera, the one that was letting the kids hit her vape.
Okay.
And shit.
Yeah.
She sat here and lied on that staff and shit.
Man, something up with you USB stick smokers, bro.
The battery USB smokers.
For real.
Hey, I just bought a vape.
Why?
Just to try it. Like a cannabis vape.
Smoke
flavor
tobacco
USB?
like a real man.
See,
Roll of wood.
I just wanted to try it, just
Don't knock it till you try it kind of thing.
let me get off my bucket list. But do they train y'all? And what do they do to train y'all to be able to say that y'all are now equipped to handle kids with behavioral issues?
They have like restraint classes and shit or whatever.
So they just teach y'all how to defend yourselves.
Yes, that and how to put their asses in holes and shit like that. So
okay,
yeah.
Another question. If you had a therapist, right? You was looking for therapists, and all the education that they went through is how to put you in restraint. If you was to be in person in a session with them and you start going crazy on them, would you want to go to that therapist? No, because they actually can't help you with the issues that you actually have
up here. Yeah,
yeah.
But they do have therapists on site.
I'm sure they have that. I'm talking about the people that's actually with them majority of their time.
See, that's what we need.
So what's your triangle choke like? Like
the full Nelson?
Like can you get somebody in the full Nelson real quick or something?
Off camera, yeah.
Off camera.
Like we do have some blind spots and like.
All right, wait, you chill. We do have some blind spots.
No, because
we're here to protect you.
Some of these kids be motherfucking trying it. Like they'll sit here and come at you with like sharp objects and shit. So it's like sometimes you gotta sit here and do what you gotta do to sit here and defend yourself.
Bet you won't come to this hallway though.
Bet you won't come behind this motherfucking desk.
Okay, Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Do you still pursue music, or are you done with that?
I'm done. Like if somebody want a feature, then I hop on that track. But like me, mainstream, no.
Okay, cool. No. What is some music that you grew up listening to that you that was considered lame as fuck?
Any kind of rock music.
Okay.
Any kind of rock music. Like.
What about you, real quick?
R&B, old school.
R&B, old school.
Yeah.
So what age was you when you was really rocking that shit? And it was lame to other people.
Shit, before I hit double digits, hell.
You was like listening to like B2K and all that, like.
Cause that is lame. I ain't gonna lie.
No, you know that shit that V103 that your mom be playing in the motherfucking car with like Teddy Pendergrass, Ildebar, Luther Vandross and shit like that.
Don't pull up to third grade singing.
Close the door and shit.
Don't do that. Bro.
Between the sheets.
So what? So was you like really into rock, or you just was on the? Black people got our particular like Paramore.
No. For me, like. I was always the type of kid, like, if I like it, I like it. There's nothing I can do about it, and I won't shield it from nobody. So, like what got me into rock music was, of course, wrestling. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I didn't know that, like, they made rock music outside of, wrestler theme songs. So when I found that out,
I get what
that's normally how I started. I swear that's how I started.
Yeah. So then, like, when I found that out, I was like, oh shit, like this is a whole genre. So like, let me listen to it. But it wasn't like that was the only thing I was listening to. I was still listening to like Young Drone, T.I., all that shit. But like, whenever a rock song came on, I liked that. I would listen to that shit.
This nigga listen to Korn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all them like Randy Orton and their theme music that they walk out to. I knew that shit too.
Now, did you used to listen to theme music out loud?
No. Okay,
because that's a whole nother.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not gonna lie. To this day, sometimes by myself, if I'm in the mood, I listen to that shit.
I'm dead.
By myself.
Okay, well, I got a clip to show y'all real quick that I found on TikTok.
Oh shit.
So this year, Trap Queen is going to regionals. Trap Queen is an all-men's choir group I started in 2015, and we only do Fetty Wap covers. Baby, won't you come my way? I will say in the recent years, we have gone down in popularity, mostly because Mr. Wap's gone to jail and we have a shortage of material. 56 a gram, that's 500 grams though. I formed this group when I was in a really dark space. And, if it wasn't for Trap Queen, I don't think I'd be here. She's my trap queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting bands, watch them bands go.
Quite.
It's
Meth.
crazy.
Okay.
Definitely
So,
meth.
Heroin.
just to give some context, talking with, two lames right now. Is that lame or is that
That's weird.
That's abnormal.
I think that's very weird.
He's an anomaly
That's like
for
this motherfucker
sure.
need to be locked in a psych ward with a straight jacket.
Wait.
That's
I'm
like
gonna go start a
upsetting.
Young Jeezy choir. Fuck
He said,
it.
because Mr. Wop's in prison, so traction ain't really picking up for us.
Should have asked him how much you put on
sit
his.
here and call somebody else weird, but other people couldn't call y'all weird.
There's
'Cause it's
levels
different.
to weirdness.
No, there's a
levels.
difference. There's a difference between lame and weird.
That
Okay.
too.
My response though, like for me, I never said that they couldn't.
Okay.
I just accepted it. That's just what it was.
But it's weird.
But it is weird.
Okay.
Whatever, and I accept whatever I did was weird.
Okay.
But that's on a whole nother level though. Like that's on a whole nother level.
That's like them little Caucasian kids bringing lightsabers to school and shit, trying to fight with everybody. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, chill,
Like, is you-
chill. My best friend did that. Chill.
Your best friend weird.
He had a whole ass
Oh my god.
shroom. It made noise and shit.
So what did y'all have that one kid that used to run down the hallway like Naruto?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we had a clan of them. They used to do the finger shit, all that.
Did you used to feel? Did you used to feel like you was a notch up from them? Like
No,
would they get bullied more?
Absolutely, no. They definitely got bullied more, but I never felt like I was better than them. I
Okay.
always felt like they was just in a whole different category than me.
Okay.
You had to try to get bullied at my high school because my class was so small. It was like if you was lame, you just kind of was over here and was lame, and the cool kids was kind of like cool kid. And then whenever lines would cross, that's when like bullying and shit would start. What high school did you go to? Luwalis. We ain't bother nobody. Like the lame kids that got bothered earned it.
Okay.
You pissed off somebody and it just grew from there.
Okay. Well, do y'all think that cliques should have been a thing in school? Like, as you get older, you have your own small group of friends. Would you say that's a clique?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Why?
Because like some of the people that I kicked it with, they didn't like some of the shit that I liked.
Mhm.
I didn't like some of the shit that they liked.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? We had some things that we had in common that we all liked. But like it'd have been like you talking about like the jocks, the cheerleaders, the motherfucking
The nerds.
the
Chess club.
nerds.
Yeah.
You got the motherfuckers that beat on tables with the pencils and pens.
Oh,
You had
yeah.
them too.
Yeah, those
Like-
those my niggas.
But like I say, it's 50-50. It depends.
Mhm.
Because you know what I'm saying? If y'all just kicking it because y'all motherfucking athletes or y'all cheerleaders or like the chess club or shit like that, then I feel like that's the clique. But it's just like, if y'all have like a couple of things that y'all have in common, but y'all still do y'all own shit, like y'all still kick it with other people, I don't think that's a clique.
Okay. Mario?
See, it's kind of hard for me because like even back then, like I never had a clique. I was always by myself. I was the artist.
Yeah.
All I did was draw and paint. So I never had a clique. But
So who used to flip with you?
the other
Who was
lanes-
that? Where were they?
You need to let this flipping shit go.
I'm still picturing he doing this in the gym.
They were more like they were like the video game nerds.
Okay.
So we used to play video games and like on Xbox Live and shit. And then
Not hang out in school.
no, we used to sit at like the same lunch table and like had the same classes and shit like that. But like after school, like I said, I was always in the house.
Right.
So like them was the only people I was able to like, click with because they didn't get out the house either.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah. So
I think that if we really was to give the structure of like school and compared to now that we're adults, it's not that far apart from what we actually how life is for us still. Because like we
That's
have our
true.
groups and we have grown away from people that we used to hang out with, and so now we just we have less friends. Unless you one of them niggas that just know a lot of people.
so for
I
me
hate
that.
it.
For me that's kind of how it's been recently. Like I don't have like a certain group.
Yeah,
I'm like
Facts.
I'm like dibbling and dabbling in like so many different like groups. Like I'm learning how to be more social now that
Okay.
I don't have a case. So like
Yeah.
I talk to a lot of investors, a lot of like content creators, a
Okay.
lot of I still talk to a lot of people who still do bad shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of those people are like people I grew up with. So like, but
You don't talk to nobody you used to do flips with? How you switch up on them?
Let this shit go.
How you switch up on them?
They switched up on me.
Damn.
What happened?
Look. So like, one of them, I'm not gonna say his name because like I still fuck with him like deep down inside.
Right.
But like, you ever like had that friend who did like a whole bunch of shady shit to you and like
that's not a friend.
That's gonna say that's definitely not a friend.
Of course, but like you don't know that they're not a friend until you find out.
Yeah.
So like they did a whole bunch of shady shit, and then like high school came around, they started getting cool, and then they like start treating you like a lame.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And like once that certain individual started getting cool, like I mean like the whole clique just disbanded.
Okay.
And so like everybody, it was pretty much every man for themselves. But now outside of high school, the roles are reversed. So
that nigga lame.
I ain't gonna say all that, but he ain't.
No, that's how it be though. Because when you were in school, some people's peak is school, and that's it. And then you actually learn that you have to have substance when you become an adult. You never like went through figuring out your true identity for yourself, and you just got it from other shit instead of just from yourself. And now you older, and you spend all that time fucking off in school, not doing nothing, not actually learning substantial things. And you realize, damn, I gotta pay bills. Damn, I gotta invest. I gotta do all these other cool shit that adults do, and I ain't got no time to do that now because I done fucked off in life through my other years.
and clout won't pay for that.
Yes, clout will not pay for that.
I definitely agree with it.
Yeah,
Amen.
Man, that's a good story.
that's a good story.
Now I was gonna say, how you gonna switch up on niggas that did flips with you?
I didn't switch up on him at all. As a matter of fact, I used to let him do the flips on me a couple times. Shit, and he bigger than me.
Nah, that's funny because wrestling is not real. So you pick. All right, you go win this fight today.
Yeah.
You gonna flip on me, then I'm gonna get up and slam you.
Yeah,
I was that friend. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who is on the receiving end of getting fucked up as long as it look cool.
Yeah.
So I used to be the one doing the flips, and they used to catch me in the RKO, and then like everybody, you know what I'm saying, like everybody outside watching, like, oh shit. So I was
These
that
niggas
friend.
used to have an audience.
they was having audiences.
Bro, this is crazy.
Chrissy, what's some weird ass shit you was doing that you like? All right, I was a little corny now that I'm older, looking back on it.
Nothing.
Okay, cool ass. So you wasn't singing Teddy Pendergrass in 3rd grade?
Hell no, I wouldn't do that shit in front of no people. I knew better.
Okay, all right, because that's the accountability part I was talking about on Facebook. It was a girl that commented, shout out Lizzie, and she was like, I used to wear felines and flannel shirts in school, and that's all I was able to afford. And I'm like, I said, why would you do that? You made yourself a target. And she said, that's all I could afford. I was like, okay, cool. I, understood that because you never knew when you would get new shoes.
Man,
so I would make sure that my
brands out
shoes
there.
was always clean and good condition. So, I don't get picked on. I know that's some kids worried about. So that's smart. You knew not to sing that shit because you knew what would happen.
It's other budget brands out there though. Like feel like you come on, bro. You could wear some Puma, some New Balances. Yeah, bro.
Vans
Those would be cool.
Yeah.
I think
motherfuckers used to make fun of New Balances, but now that they coming out and styling and profiling, them bitches is
that's what
something.
I was just about to say. I think it's also a time stretch too, because like when I started wearing felines right when that shit started getting like corny. Or lame.
Yeah.
For like 05,
They used to
06.
be cool for a period of time.
And I was excited too because that was my first pair. But then everybody was like, "Boy, you lame as hell."
You late as hell.
Too late.
We wearing PFs and all that other shit now.
PF flyers and shit. Oh my God, I hated those shoes. They was fat ass Converses.
Creative Rex and shit.
Yeah, yep.
Dirty as hell. Them shoes look like a Chrysler.
Okay.
I swear to God.
Ugly as hell.
Did y'all all go to school where you had to wear uniforms?
Yeah.
Yes.
Halfway through.
Okay.
Yes
Do you
and no.
think that our experiences in school is different if you had to wear uniforms versus not wearing uniforms? Could you be more of a target with uniforms or less of a target with uniforms?
I think you could be more of a target with uniforms.
Why?
I mean, because you got it's only so many combinations you can come up with because they give you certain colors: white, blue, tan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you ain't got shoes to match with that.
Yeah.
And you don't want to walk out the house looking like a clown, so you wear the only shoes that match, and they might be some fucked up Reeboks.
Okay.
Opposed to like if you didn't have a uniform on, which I mean it can go the same way too. But like me, I always had like cool clothes, and I had shoes to match those cool clothes, but I never had like shoes to match my uniform.
Uniforms.
So I would look like shit when I came in.
Okay. Chrissy?
I agree. But see, I went to Chicago public schools for a certain amount of time. So we had like the navy blue, black, white, yellow, and shit.
Y'all had yellow?
You went to Simeon or something?
No. This is like elementary school and shit or whatever. It was like a pale yellow type shit. But it was like certain shoes we were able to wear. Like we had to wear like little schoolgirl shoes
like
or
penny
whatever.
loafers and shit like that.
Yeah. Okay. But then like when I was in high school or whatever, I would get all the motherfucking Jordans and shit. Like I had to sit here and make sure my grades in school, like my daddy, he used to sell weed and shit like that. So the money was coming in nice. You feel me? So I was able to
shout out the plug.
Okay, shout out to Pops. You feel me? Love you. So I was able to like whatever Jordans or whatever KDs. I had the pink and white and the gold ones. Them motherfuckers I swear to God. Yeah. I used to sit here and wear like whatever Jordans that I wanted to school because you know what I'm saying that morning it was like 10 with like red or white or blue or some shit. So it's like a lot of the Jordans that came out had them colors in them. So I could, you know what I'm saying, I could see his style and profile.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. These kids look weird as hell going to school now.
Man, these kids will be talking about me like a motherfucker. Yeah. Balenciagas, Christian Dior, all kind of shit. Man,
they go crazy.
But I mean, Jordans is still in style now, so like I could still get away with some Jordans if I wanted to.
When we get older, do the things that we wear become more of an importance or less of it for y'all?
Less.
For me, less.
Okay.
You see how I dress on the regular.
It depends on the occasion. Like, if I'm just finna go somewhere, run a couple quick errands, who the fuck? But if I'm finna sit here and go out and be like a hoochie mama, like, I gotta make sure that fit is right and tight and nice.
I think it all depends on the person, too, and your sense of style. Because you can get some cheap shit from Amazon and make that shit work.
For sure.
That too.
For sure. That's my type of shopping, figuring out, you know, how to freak some shit that's cheap.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I got my daily sweat stuff, and then I got my I'm finna have to step out sweat stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just sweat stuff.
Sweat stuff.
All Josie like do when he finna get dressed is he'll come. This how he be all the time with his pick in, and then he just take his pick out. Now it's time to go somewhere.
It's time to go. Time to go.
Simple.
Keep it real simple.
Sorry. I wanted to now step a little bit away from school and talk about mental health. So we always dedicate the end of our episodes to something about mental health. And this season 3 is about accountability, holding yourself and others accountable. I wanted y'all to share personal stories with story, because it's 2 of y'all. Personal story about, you know, a great story that you have that revolves around accountability. If you had to think of one. You can hold somebody else accountable or yourself. It don't matter.
You fucked up a credit card. You fucked up some pay. You ran off on a nigga.
I think.
I'm sorry.
I think for me was just my transformation from going to an angry young kid to being a more relaxed young adult.
Right.
That was something I couldn't
felt that one.
I couldn't grasp. Like my uncle would tell me all the time, like, you know, like, okay, they saying this about you, but like, what is it doing for you right now besides making you mad?
Yeah.
And I can never, you know, understand what he meant by that. Yeah. And it took for like so many instances, like with my old job. I won't say their name, but I worked at a bridge fabrication shop out in Gary.
Okay.
For about 8 years.
A bridge fabrication shop.
Mm-hmm. We used to make bridges.
Okay.
Well, they still do. I don't know more. But yeah. So like, all that's in there is just men that want to test you. And me coming in at 19, you know, I'm young, high head, 19-year-old. I don't know shit about life. Mm-hmm. And so I went through all of those years just being such an angry person because every day I would come in, somebody would fuck with me.
Yeah.
And they used to have the same response as my uncle, like, you know, okay, they saying this, but what is it doing for you?
Yeah.
And then it got to like towards the end of my 8 years being there, like it was so many situations where I was like, let me try not to get mad about it and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Your uncle ain't never tell you that they was just picking on you because you was young?
Yeah. But like in my head, it's like, okay, I'm young, but I can do what y'all are doing twice as better.
Yeah.
And I still stand on that. Like a lot of those people in there, a lot of those grown men.
Yeah.
I feel like I can still do things better than they are doing it to this day.
Yeah.
But that was just my mindset when I was younger. Like,
right.
you know, 21, 22. Like, I'm younger, I'm faster, I can do all of this better. I didn't understand, like, you know, like he told me, like, they just picking on you because you're young. I didn't care. Stop picking on me.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like I said, towards the end, like it was so many situations where, like, if it was 3 or 4 years before that, I probably would have flipped out and just like start hitting people, walking off the site, all that shit. And I had to train myself every day. If something got fucked up, it was like, don't get mad at this. Just relax.
Yeah. Because
at the end of the day, you still going home. You still got a family that love you, and you still alive.
Yeah.
You know, and that, to me, that's the most precious gift is being alive, and, you know, being able to function for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So once I realized that I had that, it was game over. Like, now I can't even remember the last time I got like pissed off. It's been a long time.
And would you say because you said I have a family at home that loves me, do you think that's what keeps you grounded most of the time?
Absolutely, all the time. Even with my job now is like way more dangerous than that. Mm-hmm. I'm a water tower inspector, so like those tall water towers and shit.
Yeah,
I climb up. That's actually why I got to leave in a few hours too. So
yeah, that's great. How do you even get into something like that?
From that job experience, like
okay.
It was just like one thing led to another. I was like, you know what, like I'm capped out here. Y'all won't let me grow no more. Where I'm at, so now I got to go find something different. Mm-hmm. And so I found that, and my supervisor Scott, shout out Scott Chrissy. He was real good with just walking me into that job process. Okay. But like I said, it's 10 times more dangerous because I'm doing all this climbing and stuff only outside and inside, and it's at, you know, tall heights. Like I think the tallest tower I've ever did was like 165 feet. So like,
even the inside joints, you gotta climb up a ladder.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, so like, I don't know if you know, but like with elevator water towers, you know, you see like the big golf ball at the top, and then you got that stem at the bottom. Yeah, there's only water where that ball part is.
Okay. Right.
There's not water that goes all the way down, which that's what a lot of people think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they think that. I mean, I ain't gonna say how I know, but yeah, even I know that.
Yeah, so like with that, I have to be super careful, and that's what keeps me grounded. And like I always take everything one step at a time, be careful. And the only thing that, like, I think about is I got kids at home, and I got a fiance, and I got a wedding to pay for. So
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
You need that cheese.
Expensive, very expensive.
Would you ever climb them? What you call them things? Them windmills?
No, because and it's a term for this too. But I have a phobia of wind turbines. It's an actual name. I can't pronounce it, so I'm not even gonna try it. Okay. But it's an actual phobia that I won't do it. But I'm not gonna. Well, I won't say never, because for me it's always like, if I'm scared of it, I feel like I should do it in order to overcome it. Like, I was scared of water towers at first, and like now it's my everyday job.
Okay. Would you say that if a person has like genuine love, some in whatever capacity of their life, that they have a reason to like care about life, some like life is more meaningful to them if they have somewhere in their life where, you know, love is there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, absolutely.
When I was younger, like when I was at my old job, I felt like, and this is not to point the finger at anybody. Like, my mom, she did the best she could with raising 7 kids, but you know, that love is stretched out sometimes.
It was 7 of y'all.
It was 7. Yeah, I'm the oldest of 7.
At the same time.
It was all of us. It was 7.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
So she raised 7 of us, and I remember I would come back home thinking, like, you know, like I have nothing to live for. Like, I have nobody on the outside that loves me. But now that I have kids, I mean, the love between me and my mom is growing even more. You know, I got her, you know, grandchildren and all of that. But like, the love that I have for my kids now is like way more than enough. Same thing with my fiance. It's like just way more than enough. Yeah. For me to keep striving in life.
Yeah.
Man, I'm finna have some kids, bro. Fuck it.
Fuck them kids.
No.
I'm finna, fuck it, bro. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it.
That's a whole nother bill.
It is another bill.
Oh,
yeah. It is another bill.
Oh, yeah.
Jay woke up on that one.
He over there hurt thinking about that shit.
Okay, Chrissy, your turn. What's your accountability story?
I know you done saved a life. I said, I know you done saved a life by now.
Money was my accountability. Like I was one that would splurge, but at the same time, like I would always help motherfuckers in need, but motherfuckers couldn't do the same shit for me. So my accountability was always saying yes, 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 yes. And then when I needed some help, I ain't had nobody to motherfucker turn to because I'm a first generation college graduate and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Breaking generational curses.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I had to learn how to say no so that way I can also take care of myself too. Because like I say, I had hit some walls and shit. And you know what I'm saying? I had to sit here and I really had to go without it until I had the motherfucking money to, you know what I'm saying, do the shit that I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? I thank the man upstairs or whatever for always coming through for me whenever I needed him to. But really, that was like my biggest thing, like, especially when it came to relationships and shit as well. Like, I don't know why, but I always attract the motherfuckers that be like good and then like they be in fucked up situations, and I'm like I'm a giver. Okay. I'm saying I'm gonna give that too. I'm always gonna sit here and give until I can't give no more. Yeah. And motherfuckers just gonna take until I ain't got shit to get their ass. Yeah.
Yep. And then it's fuck you. And you never did shit. Exactly.
But be there for your motherfucking raggedy broke ass. Anyway.
Jeez.
Okay. It's one nigga from high school. Marquise.
Jesus
Marquise.
Christ.
What the name?
I'm gonna drop names. That's one thing I'm gonna do.
I love it here.
Okay. Marquise Ship. That was his first and last name.
Oh shit. The government.
Go ahead and drop his socials too. I might need that. Let me get my notes out.
Man, the nigga was so motherfucking short and small. Like the Jordans that I didn't want no more, I let him have them bitches.
I know a few.
And shit.
Don't
like
tell me
that.
this was your man, bro.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was young and dumb.
You giving your man shit.
But I mean, I ain't want the bitches no more. So shit, might as well give them to the needy. You feel me?
Last episode, when I eat, we eat.
Off his girl.
Keep going.
Like, I'm normally not like too prideful and shit, but that'd be one instance, bro. Like, you can't give me I don't want my girls hand-me-down shoes, bro. Yeah. Nah, bro.
Hey, I keep my shoes clean. I wear them like once, twice. You can have mine.
You had an adorable ass nigga. How cute.
All right, keep going, Chrissy.
Yeah, and so then it was another instance with a relationship. I just didn't recently get out of it. Like I broke this shit off with this nigga like late last year or whatever, early this year. And he was in the Army. He had got honorably discharged or whatever. His last job was in New York and he had came back home. He was just going through a rough patch. I was still in Ohio at the time. Okay. And I had also I had a whole bunch of family shit going on. Like my family, we had got hit with like 6-7 deaths in a span of like 2 years. And then my grandma, thank you. My grandma had also broke her hip. My daddy was going through some mental health issues. My uncle was sick. And I was doing a lot of back and forth traveling, driving them 5 hours back damn near every weekend. So I ended up transferring my job out here so I could sit here and be with my family, you know what I'm saying, when they needed me and shit, because that gas and all that shit putting that shit on my car was just real irritating. So with me moving back out here and I was at my job, my old job for 12 hours a day, or whatever. And I got me a nice little, I got me a 2019 Mazda truck or whatever. So
okay.
Big foreign. Big foreign.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have something nice. And so I would tell him like, okay, drop me off I work from 6 a.m. to like 6 p.m. So I'm like, all right, take my car when I go to work. You know what I'm saying? You go DoorDash, just sit here and get you some money in your pockets. You know what I'm saying? Pay the motherfucking phone bill. I always put gas in the car. You know what I'm saying? I was the one tricking, but I don't claim it as tricking because I had that shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't tricking if you got it. So
oh no, Chrissy. You was one of the ones that let the niggas bring your car down to the ground.
Boy.
That ain't never happened because, baby, I was dumb, but I wasn't that dumb. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
When that check is like, come on, who paid for it?
My check.
The check.
My check ain't never came on to this day. You feel me? Because like I would go to the dealership, make sure my car was straight. Like I wasn't one of those ones that was going to get it from John's Auto Shop right there on the corner of
Yeah, you was on the maintenance. Yeah. Thought you was good with the maintenance, kept up with the maintenance.
Hell yeah, my daddy taught me one thing. keep up with your car. You take care of your car gonna take care of you.
I ain't have a dad.
Period.
So what you trying to say?
That's unfortunate.
Sucks to suck.
Okay, that's unfortunate. I mean, I ain't really have my mom in my life, but shit, I'm saying to each.
I mean, you did kind of. She was there.
Keep telling your story.
So, you know what I'm saying? I would let him take my car for the 12 hours and shit to go DoorDash to get some money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? I was the one always paying for like dates and shit like that.
How much will he come back with on them DoorDash days?
On days, probably about like close to 200 because he would DoorDash like downtown and shit.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I'm like around this area and shit, like Chinatown and shit.
In his pocket.
So, yeah, like, if the nigga wasn't coming back with shit, I'm like, oh no, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. We gotta do something else. So
are you placing accountability on him or you? What we doing right now?
I'm placing accountability on me because I'm saying like I was too nice, I was too giving and too willing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time I understood motherfucker struggle. Like at one point in time, I was homeless and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't had no money, I had nobody to turn to or whatever. So I'm like, damn, I understand. And I got it. So when I got it, when you got it, when I got that shit.
Okay.
So I'm putting the accountability on myself when it comes to shit like that. Like I'm too giving. But now I've learned how to say no and shit like that and putting myself in better positions and shit like that. So
learning how to say no is a big thing.
That's a big
That's a really big thing.
Like, So that was my thing.
I learned something on a podcast one time. I can't remember if it's Earn Your Leisure or Keys to Life, but I want them to know who. You know, whoever said it, that's where I got it from.
Or the School 'em Jonesy show?
No.
Okay.
And he said, you know, sometimes when we think about giving and we feel guilty if we don't give, it's okay to give, but giving in abundance is not what you have to do. Exactly. So like if you got $100 and somebody need $100, you don't have to give $100.
I got 30 for your ass.
You can.
That's how I give.
Yeah. So that you and don't give over 50%. Give 10% so that you have 90 for yourself, because yourself won't be able to give at all if you give more than what you have. So
I only give people half what they ask for.
It made me feel better. It made me feel like, you know, I can
like
say no.
I
don't feel as bad.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If you're not putting in the effort to better your situation, I'm not giving you shit.
That part. That part.
Yeah, no. That's an easy no.
That's the only reason why I did it, because he wasn't trying to sit on his ass. He was trying to sit here and make him some money until he found the job. But if like the motherfucker was just trying to tell him, hell no.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
Nigga need $50. I got 20 for you. Figure out the rest.
Facts.
I got 5 on it.
Facts. Because if I wasn't here,
you get 10%.
Get this money from? Who
exactly.
else?
Who else you finna call? Go ask them for the other whatever and build out this 50 ball.
Yeah. Now that we got to the accountability piece, I wanted to talk about a low time in y'all lives, and then let's get to a high time. So what do you think is the hardest thing you ever had to overcome in life so far?
The hardest thing for me was the transition from high school to real life. Not no pity party, because I'm in a good position now. But right after high school, I mean, like I was learning how to socialize. Just trying to learn how to become an adult. I was trying to figure out what my first job was going to be. Yeah. I got my first job, got fired from that because Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. I decided to go across the street from where my job was at to go get Grand Theft Auto. I had a blanket on and everything, but right after that, I became homeless. And I shout out Trey Smith because he let me stay at his crib, and shout out Gabe Juarez. That's he's my brother. And he let me stay over there too. I became homeless, and I'm not placing the blame on nobody. That's accountability on me, because I kind of chose that route. Yeah. And we spoke on my mom's ex-husband, and I didn't want to move in with him, so I was like, I would rather live on the streets, and that's exactly what I did. And then my boy Poncho ended up getting me a job at the Bridge Fabrication Shop. Okay. And then that's where
shout out Poncho.
Yeah, shout out Poncho. Shout out Poncho, because he didn't have to do that. Yeah. He could have just treated me like a bum. But then I was hitching rides from with his dad to go there, because his dad worked there too. So shout out Uncle Frank.
All right, Frank.
Shout out Uncle Frank.
Uncle Frank Fonell.
Yeah, Uncle Frank Fonell.
Okay.
But so like during that time, like if I couldn't stay with Trey or if I couldn't stay with my boy Gabe, I was staying in the garage. Okay. And so like right as I started getting my shit together, you know, my mom, she started getting her shit even better. She moved out, bought a place. She was like, you know, son, you can stay with me. I'm like, you know, I'm not ready yet.
Yeah.
I didn't want that comfortability yet.
Yeah.
I wanted to struggle a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then right after I got out of that garage, they started rebuilding on that house. Mm-hmm. And so as my life started building, you know, getting better and better, I would go back to that house and watch that house progressively build too. And so like that house is kind of like, it's like it kind of sound corny, but it's like a part of me because like now that house is complete, it's beautiful, and that's where my life is now.
It's like a little motivation.
Yeah. So like when that house was getting built, I feel like my life was getting built too. Okay. And like now, I got my own house. I got a muscle car, which is something I've been wanting for a long time.
A what car?
I got a muscle car.
What you got?
I got a SRT 392.
Okay, that's a muscle car.
It's a muscle car. So I've been wanting.
That's. I just want to say a V6 Mustang.
No. We don't do EcoBoost over here. No.
A Miata.
No, but it was like when they revealed that car, that was my dream car. And I always told myself I was gonna get that. So now I got that. I got a family. I got a daughter that looked just like me.
Aww.
You know, and I'm a first generation homeowner too. So
I thought he was finna say I got a Phantom. I was finna say, all right, bro. What the teach me how to build bridges. What's going on?
All right.
I got an SRT, a Phantom. Like, all right, bro.
Chrissy, your turn, man. What do you think is the hardest thing you had to overcome? And then let's end it on a high note.
Transitioning from high school to college. Like in high school, I swear to God, I did not have to study. But once I got to college, it was a different ballpark. Like I didn't know how to study. So it was like a couple of classes I didn't do so hot in. Like I never failed a class. I never got an F. But you know what I'm saying? These get degrees too in some instances.
These get
degrees.
That shit only better in college.
But like, of course, I ended up going back and retaking them and shit. And I got a better grade. But it was like the learning how to study. And then I never got to do shit as a, you know what I'm saying, as a kid and shit, like going out to parties and stuff like that. So it's like I also had to learn that balance. Like I was going out to parties so motherfucking much from Thursday to Sunday and wasn't like I would do half of my schoolwork and then be bullshitting the rest. So that's where some of my grades also kind of slipped too. But it was like once I found that balance, like maybe 1 or 2 parties a week, every 2 weeks. But you know what I'm saying? I was so focused in my schoolwork because at the same time, I'm also a first generation
college student.
College student, but I'm like the first person in my family to pledge to like a sorority, a fraternity, or anything. So it was like once I got interested in that as well, it was like, you know what I'm saying, my grades gotta be, you know, I'm crispy clean, motherfucking on point. Like I had to sit here and make sure that all that shit was straight. So then it was like at that point I had cut out partying, period. Like I was literally like schoolwork. You know what I'm saying? We smoking up in there too a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
No, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Not too much. But yeah, like that was my main thing, like transition and learning that balance from like working and playing and shit. So now that you know what I'm saying, I know that shit, I still to this day, I very seldomly go out. Like I maybe go like once every 3 months. Really only birthdays is damn near the time that I like go out and you know what I'm saying, get drunk, fucked up and shit to where like I'm sleeping on the ground. We gonna talk about that.
Damn.
We gonna talk about that.
Okay. You're supposed to end this on a high note.
I mean, that's the high note.
That's definitely a high note. That's definitely a high note.
Sometimes I get drunk and I end up sleeping on the ground. Yeah.
That's a high note.
That's time my life.
Hey, when in doubt, go big.
We
all
here.
Out.
She over there. We here with it.
Yes, sir.
We here.
All on 3.
All.
Like, aw.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of us? 1, 2.
Okay.
No.
You're so sweet, you know. Thank you. Dang, you acting like you wasn't just saying a few seconds ago.
He definitely was.
He definitely did.
He was.
I was so confused.
It's okay. We got it. On the pod, we like to drop gems. Do you all have a gem that you like to drop?
Fuck niggas get money.
Okay.
Dear Lord. Does it have to be short?
It could be whatever you want it to be.
Gonna give us a monologue.
No, I ain't gonna give y'all a monologue.
He gonna give us another list.
I just don't want nobody to perceive it the wrong way. Nothing in life really matters.
Cause you can't take it with you when you die.
Exactly.
Boom.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree.
Care to rebuttal?
Nothing really matters.
Nah, if we basing it off of social constructs, then I agree. Like
And material
rules
shit.
Yeah.
that was created, I agree. None of that shit matters. But what you do in life based
While
off
you're
of
here.
the world that we were given, because we couldn't control it,
I can agree
it
with
does
that.
matter because you don't have to be a piece of shit. You don't have to not take care of your responsibilities, your kids.
Yeah,
whatever you
yeah.
behind. Like you actually can still be a decent human being.
I was speaking more on the social construct
Okay.
idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of the shit that's being said about you behind your back really don't matter.
What if it's true?
If it's
It
true,
still don't matter.
Opinion
Because
wise,
you did it. It don't matter no more. Once you do it, you
not
did it.
factual. Opinion wise,
Yeah.
opinion. So like let me reword that. Any opinion about you really don't matter.
You know, if I was to clip that up of you just saying that, people gonna be in the comments going crazy.
She'll
about
do
just
it.
that little part.
She'll do it.
I ain't got no choice.
think
That's
should
all
do
you
it.
gave me.
I think you should do it.
Oh, okay.
No.
I think you should do it.
No, you don't.
I don't give a fuck.
Fuck these people. And
Okay.
fuck Bobby.
Man. Bobby getting a lot of shots from her today.
I don't know who Bobby is, but it sounded right at the
wait,
moment.
before we go though, Mario, you was saying something about podcasts. What would you say?
Man, the podcast. This podcast is one of the most. It's one of the most organized podcasts I've ever seen. Like a lot of people like to just pick up a phone or pick up a camera, and I'm not saying like it's anything completely wrong with that, but you gotta have some sense of organization with you. As soon as I came in here, like everything was like laid out, organized. You know, they got like a real professional setup. So like, if I was to take somebody who really wanted to do a podcast and take them over here, I'd be like, this is what you want. This is the setup that you should strive for. Don't go out and go get a phone. I'm not saying don't do it, but a phone and a microphone is only going to take you so far.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all got set up right here is really nice. I really enjoyed the setup.
Thank you.
Get y'all shit together. Get on the
Yeah,
RSS feed.
Yeah, the setup is
these
nice, but at the
goddamn-
same time, Rome wasn't built in a day.
It
Some
definitely.
people got-
We started off on my iPhone.
Some people gotta, you know what I'm saying,
13
work
mini.
their way up to that. Hey, cause this shit look expensive.
Yeah, it do all of it.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta work
If
your way
you've
up
been
to that
getting
shit.
high for the last 6 months, you can go buy you some gear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that's facts.
Yeah, you can. Whatever you want, you know, you can
But
strive
for the motherfuckers
it.
that ain't smoking, you gotta give them that.
If you pleasuring yourself that costs money for 6 months, you ain't
That
want
costs money. That
Shit,
costs
the way
money.
the
what I'm
economy
saying?
is, you can't do shit for 6 months but pay your motherfucking bills.
Yep.
Unless you selling ass on the corner for some loose change.
Hey.
You was
Gotta
real
get out
descriptive
of-
with that, but I'm not gonna talk about it.
Loose change is crazy though.
I appreciate y'all for being open to come on and talk about something that's sensitive of your childhood upbringing and the education system, because that is something that a lot of people can relate to. So I appreciate y'all, you know, giving some perspective on that.
Of course,
Nah,
you're welcome.
thank
Thanks
you
for
for having
having
us.
me.
Yeah, y'all have been on the pod once, so now y'all part of the club. You know,
Yes, sir.
so if you got some people that you'll recommend that you think they'll be good to come on the pod, do an episode with us.
I got 2 people.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you can send them that same link I sent you. Fill out a form. I check it out. Not saying y'all gonna be on. But
Right,
if I
right.
think it's a good episode, you know, I reach out to you. Why you making that face?
I was gonna say,
Hey,
if
and
you need
all
me for
y'all who
another
be
one,
asking
you know
me
what I'm saying? Just call
to
me.
put y'all on, don't ask me no more. T, you handling all guests. Cause everybody running, hiding, flaking, and dodging when it's time, bro. Don't ask me shit. I'm done dealing with y'all.
Yeah, okay.
Have you had people repeat being on podcast?
Repeat.
I feel like
yeah,
we have.
we have.
No,
I mean,
but-
I'm saying,
you got to come on first, see how that go. You know, and then you could be a reoccurring guest because sometimes we have just squad episodes where it's
Who
not
is
one
our
guest.
reoccurring guest? It's just Nova right now, ain't it?
Nova. Yeah, it's just Nova.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so some people don't repeat. Well, Martell, MC.
Oh yeah, MC
MC.
did, yeah.
I got
That
a
was
little
just our
surprise
first
coming
episode.
up. I'm not gonna say it yet, but that's a reoccurring person coming soon.
For sure.
So if I feel like the commentary that we're gonna talk about, you would be a good person for it, and you can come back on again.
I'm willing.
Okay.
Can I give a shout out real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say shout out to my mom. She literally just graduated college.
Okay.
Hey.
All right, and that was too
So
late.
shout out to Sharmika Kelly, I love you. And thank you for everything you've done for us. And thank you for proving that everybody, it's not too late to go back to school.
Period.
Facts.
Amen.
Educated
It's not.
black woman. Let's
Yeah,
go.
you got
Love
the
it.
attention span to do that at
Se-
50. Do it.
Shout out,
Seven
Mom.
kids and then going to college right
Yeah.
after. That's crazy.
It's never too late. Her
Never.
name is
Never.
Shamika.
Sharmika
Sharmika.
Sharice Kelly.
Sharice Kelly. That sound like
It's black.
yeah.
As fuck.
Okay. Well, if you are on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if you're on your favorite streaming platform, thank you for tuning in and make sure you leave us a
rating.
Peace.
Just watch the damn podcast.